Bing, 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 bing. New ship just dropped yesterday, 2nd of July, version 2.4, tournament policy updates. We've got some changes here. Nothing really important happened, so there isn't much to really talk about. Here's the TLDR. The tournament section is Neuron is now the card game ID thing as a standard. So I think you can no longer buy, or not buy, but you can no longer get a card game physical card thing. I still have mine, by the way. Right here. It's an artifact from time. For anyone who still has... Wait! Ah! Where is it? This is very important. You dropped your virginity card. Official Konami card gameplay. See? I still got mine. So these are no longer available. They are retiring them because I guess there's just no purpose to having them anymore. You just use Neuron. You just use a QR code or scan it from your phone. And that's how you get registered into OTS stores and regionals, etc., etc. Just Neuron. So if you still have your virginity card, congratulations. You are one of the few remaining duelists in the world who have protected themselves from the sins of the digitalization of the universe. We have clarified Section B, ineligible duelists. We clarified the policy for returning suspended persons to good standing. Suspended persons must contact the appropriate branch of the penalty committee in order to restrict reinstatement to good standing. I don't understand what they've changed here. This has always been the case. Floor judge, what changed? We expanded and clarified the information about questions judges should and should not answer, including new examples. We separated should answer and should not answer into separate sections. Okay, this is actually interesting. Let's go have a read here. Okay, so this is under section E. Wait, hold on. So sometimes people will ask a judge a question, and the judge can't actually answer your ruling question until you commit to a play because it could be considered coaching. Let's have a look here at examples. Should be answered. Duelist A has a face-up Beatrice. Well, I mean, they're banned. It currently is negated by imperm. This is me, by the way. I'm Duelist A. Duelist B, main phase. Duelist B activates Widow Anchor targeting Beatrice. Duelist A informs Duelist B that he will not be able to take control of Beatrice as it's been negated and cannot be negated again. They call for a judge. The judge should inform the duelist that because Beatrice was already targeted, it cannot be targeted by a Widow Anchor. It's a legal activation. The judge should then fix the game state. So should not be answered. Beatrice is face up on the field and has a set imperm and 3 or more spells in their graveyard. On Duelist B turn, Duelist A activates the effect of Beatrice. Duelist B calls for a judge and shows them the card in question, asking if they'd be able to use Widow Anchor. While without informing Duelist A of the cards in question, the judge should inform Duelist B that the question cannot be answered because it could influence her decisions and therefore be considered coaching. So, you cannot ask a judge for a ruling question that would change your play. Pretty much is like the main TLDR. This has always been the case. It's just been clarified now in the tournament policy. So you can't ask a judge for a ruling question in a way that would basically, like, be coaching, right? Like, if you don't know the PSET, if you don't understand mechanically how this interaction works, that's just something you should have prepared for or learned about your deck. If you ask a judge, they can't tell you the answer until you've committed to the play. Because then at that point, you know, you're going... If the judge tells you, you know, you can't target a monster that's already been negated with Widow Anchor, you'll just not flip your card up, right? So, that's pretty much the big change here, I guess, is clarifying what that is. Scorekeeper. Scorekeeper should run Shankton events using KCGN. Okay, whatever. Tournament policy stuff. Card game ID number. That's the virginity card. Tournament materials. Updated the use of Neuron for handling life points. Use of Neuron is encouraged for life point calculation, but a paper copy must still be kept in case of a disconnect. Can you disconnect from Neuron's life point calculator? Doesn't that thing work online? Offline? Disconnect? A calculator, doesn't it? You don't need to be online for that, do you? We've clarified the use of Neuron during tournament play. Only certain features in Neuron may be used. Bone dying, same thing. Sure. Alright, who cut your hair? The hell's wrong with my hair? What? I got a fade. Is that okay? Smart devices used during tournament play must have messaging disabled and be used in full view of your opponent. I don't know, like, what you're going to do with that, realistically. Like, no one's going to follow this. Technically, I guess if you're at a tournament and you're in the middle of a duel and you do use Neuron, you should probably, I don't know, use, like, flight mode or something. But, like, yeah, no sexting during the duels, chaps. Unfortunate. That's 1984. It's just the way of the land. No sexting during games. Note-taking. We've had the Neuron as an acceptable method of note-taking. Does Neuron have a way to take notes? As long as you abide by the legal boundaries, such as mandatory effect reminders, tracking your... What? I haven't logged into Neuron in a while. Is that a thing? Okay. Can you type? Like, can you write, like, full things? Lets you take notes for counters. Okay. Reporting the match. Section covers all in the match reporting. Neuron has been added as an option to report match results. This has always been a thing. I think a lot of this is like American related, right? Because in EU, we've been doing this for years at this point. Neuron can be used to submit match results or drop from the tournament if the TO allows it. Do Americans have Neuron at the local level? Like, when you guys play locals in America, can you enter tournaments and report on your phone? Or is this like a super recent thing? Because unironically, EU's been doing this for years. They have started doing it just recently, about 2 months ago. It's okay, you know. Some countries are in 1964, some are in 2025. Infractions, suspensions from organized play. Clarified infractions happening outside of events, such as harassment, theft, cyberbullying, or gross misconduct are subject to suspension. Inappropriate or unsporting comments and actions committed outside of a tournament can result in suspension from organized play. So this is like slightly controversial, but your actions outside in the real world, irrespective of what they have to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, can get you banned in Yu-Gi-Oh. So some positives to that, in the sense that, you know, if you are literally like, you know, committing crimes or something, you know, you're you could just get banned, like, from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But there is a section under political, religious opinions and comments or something in the tournament policy that I don't really want to go into the details of, but it does technically say that posting, like, political content is technically, like, not allowed. Is this... Wait, it's not here? What's in the code of conduct? A different document. Code of conduct, Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? Community code of conduct. Do not post, distribute, or link to religious or political content. This includes any bashing or derogatory comments of religious groups and/or political groups or affiliations. I mean, why is this in the code of conduct? Like, that's just not, like, clearly this isn't being enforced. I'd be banned, right, for this. I should be banned, technically. I should just not be allowed to play Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So I don't know how you're, like, this is just like a catch-all safety net, I guess, so that they can kind of like pick and choose what they want to point to if should they ban anyone. I think this is new, to be fair. I don't think this is new. I'm pretty sure this has technically been here for a while, but yeah, so that kind of pertains to that, which is kind of weird. Card legality section covers card legality. Mark cards, added a visual reference to determine the difference between TCG or OCG. There's a visual reference between TCG and OCG? Is it in a different section? I don't see Control F OCG. Alright, anyway. So basically TLDR, realistically, the only big main change here, other than the clarifications for things like, you know, coaching and stuff like that, because that's a good example they gave about the Beatrice versus the Imperm. I don't know if that was in the document before. It was always this case, it's just been clarified more. The only new thing, kind of, is sort of like the Neuron stuff and the virginity card for anyone who still has that. Because now that's been phased out in the NA, which I think was the last region who was using the physical cards. But that's about it. Nothing major, so... Tournament policy update. Do not post politics, okay? Do not call out certain countries for committing war crimes. It's not You're not allowed to do that, okay? That's against the code of conduct behavior. Just play game and activate Ash Blossom. That's all you're allowed to do. Do not do that.